After 45, horsepower stops mattering. Confidence does not. This list is about comfortable, affordable adventure bikes that are easy to control at low speed and easy to live with every day. No hype, no ego, just 12 smart picks that help you ride longer and safer. Number 12, BMW G310 GS. When confidence matters more than bragging rights, especially after 45, the conversation stops being about excess and starts being about trust. That is exactly where the BMW G310 GS earns its opening position on this list. Power comes from a 313 cubic centimeter single-cylinder engine tuned for calm, predictable response. It does not rush you. It does not demand aggression. Throttle input feels measured, torque arrives early, and the bike rewards smooth riding rather than sharp inputs. For real-world roads, that steady character builds confidence mile after mile. The physical layout seals the deal. Overall weight stays manageable, which makes slow speed maneuvers feel natural instead of stressful. The upright riding position keeps your spine relaxed, your shoulders loose, and your wrists free from pressure. Suspension travel is generous enough to soften broken pavement and light gravel without feeling vague. Dual-channel ABS adds a quiet layer of security when conditions change unexpectedly. Now let's talk value. New BMW G310 GS models in the United States typically land in the low $6,000 range, depending on dealer fees and location. The used market is even more appealing, with clean examples commonly available from the low 3,000s up into the mid 5,000s. And if you're learning what it really means to ride smart after 45, leave a like, drop a hype, and subscribe. It tells YouTube to show this video to other riders who need it just as much, and boosts our morale to bring you more smart, confidence-first adventure bike guides. The BMW G310 GS proves an important point right away. Confidence doesn't need horsepower. It's light, approachable, and easy to live with, exactly what many riders over 45 are looking for. But for some riders, confidence is about smoothness over time. A single cylinder can feel honest and simple, yet on longer rides, vibrations and sustained speeds can start to wear you down. So what if you want the same lightweight confidence, but with a calmer feel at speed, a little more refinement, and an engine that stays relaxed hour after hour? That's where the next small twin quietly steps into the picture. Number 11, Kawasaki Versys-X 300. Adventure riding after 45 is not about chasing numbers. It is about choosing a motorcycle that feels friendly, steady, and willing to work with you. That mindset is exactly why the Kawasaki Versys-X 300 lands at number 11. Its 296 cubic centimeter parallel twin comes from Kawasaki's sport lineup, but here it is retuned for patience, not aggression. Power builds smoothly, revs stay refined, and throttle response remains forgiving. It cruises comfortably, handles daily miles with ease, and never feels jumpy when traffic tightens or roads get rough. What truly sets this bike apart is its composure. Long travel suspension absorbs cracked pavement and gravel without protest. The upright seating position keeps your posture relaxed, while the 19-inch front wheel adds stability where smaller wheels feel nervous. It feels light on its feet, predictable at slow speeds, and confidence-inspiring when surfaces change. Pricing keeps it smart. New models typically sit in the mid $5,000 range. The used market is even better, with clean examples often available from the mid 3,000s to low 5,000s. The Versys-X 300 proves confidence grows from balance, not brute force, but not every rider wants to chase high revs to keep momentum. Many riders over 45 prefer a machine that moves slowly, steadily, and calmly, especially when the road gets rough or the pace drops even more. And if you start craving even more simplicity, the next bike takes that idea further. Number 10, Royal Enfield Himalayan 411. Confidence after 45 comes from familiarity, not force. From a motorcycle that feels inviting every single time you swing a leg over it. That is why the Royal Enfield Himalayan 411 earns its place here. This bike runs a 411 cubic centimeter air-cooled, single designed for calm progress, not speed runs. Power arrives low and steady, making throttle inputs easy to judge and traction simple to manage. It prefers back roads, forest tracks, and relaxed highway cruising where the engine settles into an unhurried rhythm. Nothing feels rushed, nothing feels sharp. That predictable nature builds trust quickly. The riding position reinforces the message. Bars are high, the seat is neutral, and the layout keeps your spine upright and relaxed. Suspension travel is generous and softly tuned, smoothing potholes and gravel instead of transmitting every hit to your joints. The controls feel deliberate and uncomplicated, letting you focus on where you are going rather than what menu you are scrolling through. Pricing makes it even more appealing. When new, US models typically sold in the low $4,000 range. On today's used market, clean examples commonly appear between the low 3,000s and mid 4,000s. The Himalayan 411 proves that mastery feels better than muscle. And now we want to hear from you. Which of these bikes spoke to you the most? Are there others you think should have made the list? Drop your thoughts, experiences, and expectations in the comments. Your insights help other riders choose smart, ride confident, and stay safe. And if that simplicity has you hooked, the next bike steps up with refinement and versatility, showing that you can still gain comfort, control, and confidence without sacrificing approachability. Number 9. Honda CB500X. If you have enough miles behind you, you already know the truth. Confidence comes from predictability, not excess. That philosophy is exactly why the Honda CB500X earns this spot. At its core is a 471 cubic centimeter parallel twin that delivers calm, usable strength instead of sharp surprises. Power builds smoothly through the low and middle revs, making highway cruising easy without feeling demanding. It never urges you to ride harder than you want. That restraint is what keeps fatigue away on longer days. The riding position feels natural the moment you sit down. Bars fall easily to hand, your back stays upright, and knee bend remains reasonable for aging joints. A 19-inch front wheel and compliant suspension brings stability on rough pavement and confidence on light gravel. Even fully loaded, the bike stays composed and manageable, which matters far more than outright speed. Ownership value is another reason this Honda stands out. On the used market, CB500X models commonly land between the low $4,000 range and the mid-6,000s, depending on year and condition. Newer equivalents sit comfortably below premium pricing, reinforcing its reputation as a smart buy. The CB500X does not chase attention, it earns trust. But as confidence grows, some riders start wanting a motorcycle that feels calmer at speed and even easier on long stretches. If you want that same friendly confidence with an engine that barely breaks a sweat in a chassis trusted for decades, the motorcycle in the next spot has a reputation for surprising riders who thought they already knew it. Number 8. Suzuki V-Strom 650. This is where the list starts leaning into maturity. The Suzuki V-Strom 650 is not chasing trends, and it never tried to impress spec sheet racers. It earns loyalty by feeling composed, dependable, and reassuring mile after mile. The heart of the bike is a 645 cubic centimeter V-twin that has been refined for years. Power delivery is calm and linear, with usable pull exactly where real riding happens. Roll on the throttle and it responds without urgency or hesitation. Highway speeds feel effortless. Back roads feel controlled. Long days never turn into work. Ergonomics are a major reason seasoned riders keep coming back. The seating position places you upright without feeling perched. The saddle offers genuine support, and the reach to the bars keeps shoulders relaxed. Suspension tuning favors stability over sharpness, smoothing imperfect pavement and staying planted when the bike is loaded for travel. Pricing reinforces its reputation as a smart choice. New models in the United States typically land in the low to mid $9,000 range, depending on trim. The used market is where it shines, with clean examples commonly available from around $4,000 up into the mid 7,000s. The V-Strom 650 proves that comfort and confidence age better than horsepower. But confidence can also come from precision. Some riders want something just as comfortable, yet a little sharper and more responsive on pavement and daily rides. If your adventures lean less toward dirt and more toward winding roads, commuting, and weekend escapes, the motorcycle waiting in the next spot carries a similar spirit, but with a road-focused edge that often catches riders off guard in the best way. Number 7. Kawasaki Versys-X. For riders over 45, confidence on two wheels comes from predictability, comfort, and long-day usability, not chasing peak horsepower. That is exactly where the Kawasaki Versys-X earns its spot. At its core, this bike houses a 649 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine. It does not demand attention with raw numbers, but delivers smooth, usable torque right where you need it, low and mid-range. Around 66 to 67 horsepower and 61 pound-feet of torque provide effortless cruising through traffic, twisty roads, or long highway stretches. It is approachable, responsive, and forgiving, traits that seasoned riders immediately appreciate. The riding experience is equally thoughtful. Upright ergonomics, long travel suspension, and an adjustable windscreen keep fatigue at bay during extended rides. Traction control, a modern TFT dash, and intuitive controls offer reassurance without complexity. Pricing reinforces its appeal. New U.S. models sit around $10,000, while used examples from recent years commonly range between $7,200 and $8,400, giving riders confidence and capability without overspending. The Versys-X is not flashy. It is composed, versatile, and proven, a perfect companion for riders who value control over pure horsepower. And with it, we are halfway through this list, 6 motorcycles down, 6 still ahead. And by now, you have seen that confidence after 45 has nothing to do with raw power. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Tell us which motorcycles feel right for you. And while you are there, consider subscribing so you do not miss the next half of this countdown. Because the next motorcycles push the limits of control, comfort, and confidence, all without asking more from you than you want to give. Number 6. CF Moto 650 MT. Now let us talk about a bike that does not beg for attention, but earns trust the longer you ride it. The CF Moto 650 MT is built for riders who have moved past ego and learned that confidence beats horsepower every single day. Its parallel twin engine is not tuned to impress on paper. Instead, it delivers calm, usable pull right where real riding happens, rolling through traffic, easing onto back roads, and settling into steady highway miles without vibration creeping into your hands. Nothing abrupt, nothing nervous. Just smooth, predictable response that lets you relax and focus on the ride. The riding position does exactly what riders over 45 appreciate. An upright stance keeps weight off the wrists, wide bars give leverage at walking speeds, and the seat spreads pressure evenly so your body does not start negotiating with you after an hour. The chassis feels planted, not top-heavy, which makes parking lots, uneven pavement, and light gravel feel manageable instead of stressful. Suspension travel is generous enough to soften potholes and broken asphalt, while strong brakes with modern ABS step in quietly when needed. Add wind protection and a fuel tank holding roughly 4.8 gallons, and you have got a machine that is ready for real days in the saddle. Now the key advantage, price. New, the 650 MT typically lands around $6,500 to $7,000 in the US market. On the used side, clean examples often fall between $4,000 and $6,000, depending on year and condition. But for some riders, confidence is not just about cost, it is about long-term trust, knowing the motorcycle will feel the same after 10 years and 100,000 miles. The motorcycle in the next spot takes that same ease and adds a surprising twist, something that makes experienced riders sit up and take notice. Number 5. Honda XL750 Transalp. Now we are officially in the top 5, and this is where the bikes stop feeling like good ideas and start feeling like long-term partners. The Honda XL750 Transalp blends old-school trust with modern refinement, and for riders over 45, that balance matters. The parallel twin engine delivers power in a calm, progressive way. There is plenty on tap, but it never rushes you. Throttle response is smooth, predictable, and easy to manage, which builds confidence whether you are rolling through traffic or settling into a long stretch of highway. The chassis feels light for its size, well-balanced, and reassuring the moment you lean it into a corner. Ergonomically, the Transalp fits the body naturally. The upright posture reduces pressure on the wrists and lower back. The seat spreads weight evenly, and the bike never feels tall or awkward once you're moving. Suspension smooths rough pavement without sending shocks up your spine, keeping fatigue in check. Pricing seals the deal. New, the Transalp sits right around $10,000 in the United States. On the used market, clean examples typically land between $8,000 and $9,500. It is composed, trustworthy, and easy to live with. But if your version of confidence is knowing the bike will not flinch, no matter how far the road stretches, the next machine is designed around that stability, durability, and quiet endurance. Number 4, Yamaha Super Tenere 1200. When riders talk about true long-distance confidence, this name always comes up. The Yamaha Super Tenere 1200 was built for riders who value stability, endurance, and trust more than bragging rights. Its parallel, twin engine delivers calm, muscular pull that feels composed rather than aggressive. Power builds smoothly, making highway cruising, up-riding, and fully loaded touring feel effortless. The shaft drive removes chain maintenance from the equation, and adjustable suspension lets you tune the ride for comfort without sacrificing control, a huge win on long days. The riding position is upright and roomy, with generous leg space and a supportive seat that encourages hours in the saddle without protest. Weight is carried low, which helps the bike feel planted and reassuring at speed and predictable when maneuvering. When new, pricing hovered around $16,000 in the United States. Today, the US market is where it shines, with clean examples commonly found between $8,000 and $14,000. The Super Tenere isn't flashy, it's dependable. But as reassuring as this feels for some riders, especially after 45, true control comes from a bike that feels lighter, more responsive, and easier to manage at low speeds. And that is where the next bikes go even further by reducing effort itself, and that's where real ease begins. Number 3, Suzuki V-Strom 800. Now we're deep into the top 3, and this is where confidence, capability, and restraint come together in a very deliberate way. The Suzuki V-Strom 800 earns its place here because it delivers real adventure ability without asking the rider to wrestle with excess. Its parallel, twin engine is tuned for smooth, controllable thrust, the kind that pulls cleanly from low speeds and stays relaxed at highway pace. There's plenty of strength for touring and passing, but nothing abrupt or intimidating. Add modern rider aids like traction control, selectable ride modes, and a quick shifter, and the bike feels composed rather than demanding. Ergonomics are a major win. The upright stance takes pressure off the back and wrists, the seat supports long hours without hot spots, and the overall balance makes the bike feel lighter than it looks, especially when maneuvering or riding tired. Pricing reinforces its smart pick status. New models typically land between $11,000 and $13,000 in the United States. On the used market, clean examples often fall in the $8,500 to $11,000 range. The V-Strom 800 rewards measured riding in long days. But as capable as it is, it feels like something is just a little too heavy, too restrained, which is why many riders look for something lighter, easier to maneuver, and more confidence, inspiring at low speeds. And the next bike is exactly what they got. Number 2, Honda NC750X. When the conversation shifts from excitement to effort, this bike steps into its own. The Honda NC750X isn't trying to impress anyone at a bike night. It's designed to make riding feel easier, calmer, and more natural the longer the day goes on. Its parallel twin engine delivers smooth, low-stress thrust exactly where everyday riding lives. Roll-on power is gentle and predictable, perfect for commuting, touring, and relaxed backroad miles. Nothing abrupt, nothing demanding, just steady forward motion that keeps your body relaxed and your mind clear. What truly elevates this bike for riders over 45 is the dual clutch transmission option. No clutch lever, no constant shifting in traffic. You simply ride. For aging wrists, tired hands, or anyone who values mental ease, this feature alone transforms the experience into something almost effortless. Ergonomics are equally thoughtful. The seat height feels low, balance is immediate, and the riding posture takes pressure off the lower back and shoulders. Add the built-in front storage compartment, adjustable windscreen, and modern display, and daily usability skyrockets. New pricing typically lands around $9,500 to $10,000 in the United States. On the used market, clean examples often range from $4,000 to $8,000, depending on year and condition. The NC750X gives riders confidence, smooth power, and effortless handling, but some still want even less fuss, zero clutch work, and an experience that feels completely seamless. That's exactly what the next hero delivers, taking everything we love about the NC750X and making it easier, smoother, and even more confidence-inspiring for riders over 45. Number 1. Honda NC750X DCT. When it comes to adventure bikes for riders over 45, this is the one that sets the benchmark. The Honda NC750X DCT isn't about chasing horsepower. It's about confidence, comfort, and effortless control every mile of the ride. The parallel twin engine, paired with Honda's smooth dual-clutch transmission, makes city traffic, highway cruising, and multi-day touring almost effortless. Shifts happen automatically or at your command, removing clutch strain and letting your hands and wrists stay fresh. A true blessing for seasoned riders who value precision over drama. Practicality shines with 23 liters of integrated storage where a fuel tank usually sits. Perfect for a full-face helmet or riding gear without bulky aftermarket boxes. Dual disc front brakes, a modern TFT display, and smartphone connectivity round out a package designed for safe, comfortable, and predictable adventure riding. Pricing keeps it accessible. New models land around $9,500, with dealer listings from $8,864 to $10,299. Used models hold value. Well, typically $7,800 to $8,999. The NC750X DCT proves that confidence isn't just a feeling, it's engineered. That's why it claims the top spot on our list of the best adventure bikes for riders over 45. And if you're eager to dive deeper, explore more tips, reviews, and smart picks for motorcycles, click the next video on your screen. Don't forget to like this video, drop a hype in the comments, and subscribe for more expert advice and adventure-ready insights.